Good morning, children. Let us see exercise 6.3 once again. Question number 6. That is the last question of the exercise. This is very good question. It states that in figure 6.44, the side QR of angle P of triangle PQR is produced to a point S. If the bisectors of angle PQR and angle PRS meet at point T, then prove that angle QTR equal to 1 upon 2 angle QPR. Figure is given in the question itself. Children, now let us see what this figure is given. The question states that PQR is a triangle. QR is one of its side that is produced to S. Clear? And this QT is the angle bisector of angle Q, and RT is another angle bisector of angle R. Both the angle bisector meet at point T. Then we have to prove that angle QTR, that is angle QTR, this angle is equal to half of this angle, that is angle QPR. So what is given? It is given that angle TQR, given angle T, that is angle TQR equal to angle TQR equal to half of angle PQR, half of angle PQR. It means QT is the angle bisector of angle Q. Let's once again see angle TQR, this angle that is half of angle PQR, and what else is given? Angle TRS, angle TRS equal to half of angle PRS. So this much is given. What is given? Angle TQR equal to half of angle PQR, and angle TRS equal to half of angle PRS, and we have to prove that angle QTR equal to half of angle QPR. Okay, children, now let us prove it. That is proof. How to prove? Children, now here in triangle PQR, what is there? That is, let us see PRS. In triangle PQR, PRS is an exterior angle, that is angle PRS. Angle PRS equal to this angle P plus angle PQR plus angle PQR, that is exterior angle property, and let it be equation 1 also. Clear, children? Again, what is again, children? This again in triangle, this bigger triangle, in triangle TQR, in triangle TQR, what is there? Again TQR, TRS is what? Angle TRS is an exterior angle, that is TRS equal to angle T, that is angle T plus angle TQR. This is again exterior angle property used. Exterior angle property is used. Angle TRS equal to angle T plus angle TQR. Okay, children? This implies that angle TRS, let us see in the given section, TRS equal to half of angle PRS, that is half of angle PRS equal to angle T as it is, plus angle TQR. Angle TQR is also given in given section. Angle TQR equal to half of angle PQR. Here write the region. Angle TQR equal to half of angle PQR, half of angle PQR, that is given, and angle TRS equal to half of angle PRS. Here that is given in the question itself. This implies that what? This implies that angle PRS equal to, by cross multiplication, this will right hand side will be multiplied by 2. It is 2 angle T plus angle PQR. Let it be equation number 1, 2, that is. Okay children, now this you have now question number 1, equation number 1 and equation number 2. From equation 1, from 1 and 2, we get here, we see that both the left hand sides are equal. Angle PRS and angle PRS both are equal. This it means that the right hand side will also be equal. This implies that children, angle P plus angle PQR, angle P plus angle PQR equal to 2 angle T plus angle PQR from 1 and 2. Here we observe that angle PQR and angle PQR common on both sides. This implies that angle P equal to 2 angle T. This implies that what is angle P children? What is angle P? That is angle QPR. What is angle P? That is angle QPR equal to 2. What is angle T? That is angle QTR. This implies that angle QTR equal to half of angle QPR, and that is what we have to prove. Clear children? That is angle QTR equal to half of angle QPR, and now your question is proved. Okay children, so this question number 6 is over, and with that question your chapter number 6, that is lines and angles, is also over. Clear? There are some other question, 1 or 2 other questions are there that you can solve. They are easy. And now let us move to children. Let us move to chapter 7, that is triangles. What is triangle children? Now this you will solve the remaining question of the exercise and this lines and angles chapter on your own. Let us children see chapter 7, that is chapter 7. What is the topic of the chapter? That is triangles. Triangles children, actually let us introduce the things. What is triangle? Actually right from the beginning we have been studying about the triangle, triangle. What is triangle actually? Triangle is a polygon made up of 3 line segments. What is polygon? What is polygon children? Polygon is a closed figure made up of line segments only. Where in the previous classes we have studied that polygon is a closed figure made up of line segments only. Similarly, triangle is a 3-sided polygon. What is this? A triangle is a 3-sided polygon. Okay children, another definition also clear, that is you can draw a triangle in this way. Let it be triangle ABC, or we can say that it is a closed figure. It is a closed figure made up of 3 line segments. Okay children, so now what are the components of a triangle? What are the components of a triangle? Vertices first, VERTICES. How many vertices are there? 3 vertices. What are they? A, B, C. There are 3 vertices in a triangle. Then angles. How many angles are there? there are three angles, that is angle A, angle B and angle C. How many angles? Three angles are there in a triangle. Then sides. How many sides are there? There are three sides, AB, BC and CA, that is three sides. Okay children, so here component, how many vertices? Three vertices. Number of angles 3, number of sides 3 sides are there. Okay children, now this new concept is there, that is congruence of triangle. Congruence, CONGRUENC, congruence of triangles. See children, congruence, see one triangle cannot be congruent, therefore congruence, at least two triangles are needed. Two triangles are needed for congruence, clear? So congruence means if two figures are exactly same, clear, in all respects, means their shape and size, two figures are said to be congruent to each other if and only if they have the same shape and same size also, clear? So congruence of triangles, so here you write what is congruence first. Two figures, two geometrical figures, two geometrical figures which have same shape and same size are said to be congruent, said to be congruent to each other children. Similarly, clear, in case of triangle, two triangles are said to be two triangles are said to be congruent, said to be congruent to each other if they have same shape and same size also. This implies that they must be same in all respects. They must be same in all respects. They must be same in all respects. They must be equal in all respects. Okay children, so what is there are two triangles are there. Let us draw a figure. That is this one, this figure. Actually we can say it in another way, that is, if a triangle is made to superpose the other, then no part of any triangle is displayed outside. Clear children? Means one is covered by the other completely and other is covered by the first one completely, means no extra part is seen. Then we say that two triangles are congruent. Here triangle ABC and triangle DEF are two triangles. Clear? Here means if they are equal in all respects, if angle A equal to angle D, angle B equal to angle E, angle C equal to angle F. Clear? And what else? AB equal to DE and BC equal to EF and AC equal to what? DF, that is DF. Then we say that, children, then we say that this implies that triangle ABC is congruent. This is symbol of congruence, that is this one, equal to sign and then sign of similarity, that is negation over here. That is this triangle ABC is congruent to this symbol is known as congruence to triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. And children, if triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, then what happens? Triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. What does it mean? Clear? Here now, if triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, once they are congruent, what does it mean, children? This implies that AB equal to DE, AB equal to DE, BC equal to EF, and AC equal to that is DF. Clear? Angle A equal to angle D, angle B equal to angle E, angle C equal to angle F. Clear? Vertex A corresponds to vertex D, vertex B corresponds to, clear, vertex E, clear, and vertex C corresponds to vertex F, children. Here this sequence, clear, this order we cannot change, children, clear. Otherwise, see, congruence means A corresponds to D only, A cannot correspond to E. Here B corresponds to E only and C corresponds to F only. We cannot change the order. This is the meaning of congruence. Similarly, AB corresponds to DE, clear, and BC corresponds to what? EF, and this AC corresponds to DF, children. Okay, children, this is the meaning of, what is this? This is the meaning of congruence. So this is how here we see the congruence of two triangles. Now congruence of two angles or two line segments. Congruence of two line segments, that is congruence of two line segments. This is very much easy, that all of we know it already. That is congruence of two triangles. See that two line segment, that is, let it be AB, another line segment is there, that is CD, let it be, if this is 5 centimeter, clear, and this is also 5 centimeter, then we see that AB equal to CD equal to 5 centimeter. Then we say that AB is congruent to CD. Generally AB is congruent to CD, we don't write, clear, but AB congruent to CD means length of line AB is exactly equal to the length of line CD, clear. That is clear, that is prevalent. AB equal to CD only we write, that we don't use congruence symbol for line segments. AB equal to CD, this symbol is prevalent for the line segment. Okay, children. Now congruence of angles. Congruence of angles, that is, two angles are congruent. Two angles are congruent to each other if their measures, that is if their measurement, MEASE, if their measurements are equal. Means, see two angles, angle A here, if angle A is congruent to angle B, if and only if measure of angle A is equal to measure of, that is measurement of angle B. Clear? Means if both the angles will be congruent if and only if measurement of angle A equal to measurement of angle B. Generally for this angle we don't use this congruent symbol, that is we write that angle A equal to angle B. So in geometry only this angle A equal to angle B is prevalent, that is this, we don't use angle A congruent to angle B. Okay children, now coming to the children, this congruence of triangle, this you have understood. Here now this one more term is there, that is called CPCT. CPCT. What is CP? What does CPCT stand for? CPCT stands for corresponding parts of congruent triangles. CPCT, children, what does CPCT stands for? That is, CPCT means corresponding parts of congruent triangles. If two triangles are congruent, clear, by any congruence rule, that is two triangles are congruent, that is if triangle ABC that we have already stated, ABC is congruent to triangle DEF, then we say that, then what? Then we say that angle ABC is equal to angle DEF. Clear? Angle ACB equal to angle DFE. Angle BAC equal to angle EDF, that is EDF. Clear? They are what? Why they are such type of situations are written? Because this is called CPCT. This property of two congruent triangles is known as CPCT. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Similarly, children, corresponding sides, their corresponding angles are equal. Similarly, what else is there? AB equal to DE, and what? BC equal to EF, and what else? AC equal to DF. Here how it happened? This is also we give the region CPCT, that is corresponding part of congruent triangles are equal. Here the reason is corresponding parts of congruent triangles are equal. Now this coming to the next segment, that is criteria for congruence of triangles. What is this? Criteria for congruence of triangles. There are several criteria, children, that is criteria for congruence of triangles, that is criteria for congruence of triangles. There are some certain rules here which are known as you know that criteria is plural word. Its a singular word is criterion. Criteria for congruence of triangles. That is very famous criteria, that is first criteria, axiom 7.1, that is known as criteria for congruence of triangle. Criteria means under which rule two triangles are congruent. the rule under which two triangles are congruent, what similarity we will see, what measurement we will check up clear in two triangles so that they are congruent to each other. How will we decide, how we will decide that two triangles are congruent, and the method or rule clear that decides that two triangles are congruent, that is called the criteria. Okay children, now this is axiom 7.1. Axiom 7.1. This is also known as SAS congruence rule. SAS congruence rule. What is the meaning of SAS children? S stands for side, angle, side, angle, side. That is, SAS stands for side, angle, side. Clear? Here order is very much important children. What is the order? Side, this angle is included, between two sides. Clear? Angle is included by two sides, that is side, angle, side. Clear? So it is, see, if two triangles are there children, let it be ABC and triangle PQR, ABC and triangle PQR, two triangles are there. Clear? And they are side, angle, side, means this side is equal to this side, this angle is equal to this angle, and this side is equal to this side. Clear? Then we say that here in triangle ABC and triangle PQR, AB equal to PQ, angle B equal to angle Q. Children, equality has been shown with the similar markings. AB equal to PQ, clear, angle B equal to angle Q, clear, and BC is equal to QR, clear. Then in such situation we say that this is side. What is this? This is side, this is angle, and this is also side children. Clear? So here this angle is included by these two sides, this side and this side. Here the corresponding angle here also Q is included, clear, included by two sides, that is this side and this side. Then we say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF by side, angle, side, that is SAS congruence rule. Okay children, so this is, did you understand the meaning of SAS congruence rule? What is its statement? Clear? What is its statement? SAS congruence rule: two triangles are congruent, congruent if two sides and the included angle, if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and the included angle of the other triangle, other triangle. Okay children, so what is did you understand the things? Okay, I hope you must have understood. SAS congruence rule states that two triangles are congruent if two sides and the included angle of one triangle are equal to two sides and the included angle of the other triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. That is here example, triangle ABC and triangle PQR are taken. Here AB equal to PQ, here equality has been shown with the similar marking, and BC equal to QR, similar marking is there, that is, and this angle B is equal to angle Q. Then we say that here we have to write AB equal to PQ, here angle B equal to angle Q, that is angle, and BC equal to QR, that is side. Then we say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. Clear? By which rule? SAS congruence rule or SAS congruence criterion. Okay children, there is another this what another congruence rule, that is, there is a theorem. Its proof of SAS is not there. Proof of SAS is not there, clear, in your syllabus. Now there is another congruence criteria, that is known as ASA congruence. ASA congruence, that is, next is AS, that is theorem 7.1. Theorem 7.1, it says that two triangles are congruent if two angles and included side, that is ASA congruence. ASA congruence rule. ASA, what does ASA stands for? Angle, side and angle, that is angle, side and angle. If two triangles are there children in this way, clear, two triangles are there, let it be this A, B, C, and another triangle is there, that is another triangle is there, let it be D, E, F. Here then what happens? A triangle ABC and triangle DEF is there, and according to ASA means this angle is equal to this angle and this angle is equal to this angle. Clear? Equality has been shown with the similar marking, and this side BC equal to EF. Clear? Then what do we say? That angle, side, angle, that is ASA, angle, side, angle. Clear? Here how will you write children? Here in triangle ABC, here in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, that is, let us see what is there, what equality is there, that is angle B equal to angle E, that is given in the question. Angle B equal to angle E, that is angle. Clear? And here BC equal to what? BC equal to EF. BC equal to EF, that is sides are given. Sides are equal. And what else? Angle C equal to angle F, that is again angles. Okay children, that is, this implies that we say that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF. By which rule? ASA congruence. ASA congruence rule. Okay children, so this is so you have been aware of SAS congruence rule and ASA congruence rule. Clear children? In the next class, this proof of this theorem 7.1, there is this is theorem, and first one was axiom. Clear? This axiom does not need proof SAS, it is given. Clear? Using SAS axiom, that is side angle side axiom. Clear? In the next class we will prove ASA congruence rule, that is angle side angle. This is a big theorem and this is very good also, very much easy also. Clear children? So in the next class we will prove this theorem 7.1, that is angle side angle congruence rule. Okay children, if any doubt is there, clear, you can ask it. Clear, you are supposed to go through the the things that I explained over here. Clear, then only you will be able to solve the question of triangles, otherwise it will be very difficult. This is very much important chapter children. Okay children, thank you and have a nice day.